Hello everyone, welcome back to Thea Talks. Today we again welcome Dr. Pranav Vish, Assistant Professor, Department of Pulmonary Medicine, Safdarjung Hospital, New Delhi. Hello Dr. Pranav Vish, how are you doing?
Hello, Dr. Soumya, I'm fine.
I hope you have recovered from COVID infection.
Yes, it is day 14 of my illness. So, as per the government guidelines, I'll remain in home isolation till day 17 and resume physical work after that. At present, I'm doing online work from my hospital, whatever I can.
That is great to hear. Get well soon. The hospital needs you and the patients need you.
Sure.
Today, we will talk about the role of CT scan in COVID infection and what are the guidelines to get a CT scan, when to get it, and what are the lesions that we find on CT scan which are suggestive of COVID-19 infection.
Okay, so first of all, there are no official as such government guidelines on when to get a CT scan. There is, however, an interim guidelines given by a senior radiologist from AIIMS, from PGI, and from various academic institutes over India. Initially, last year, it was to some extent also involved in diagnosis because RT-PCR was relatively unavailable and it used to be a delay in getting the test done. Nowadays, there is no deficiency in getting the test done or the report. So, per se, using a CT scan to diagnose COVID is decreased. Even if we do a CT scan and we find some lesions in the lung, it is always suggestive of COVID. It is not diagnostic of COVID. Nothing can confirm COVID in a CT. It can only suggest COVID. So eventually we need a microbiological test, which is a PCR based test or now even antigen based test as per ICMR guidelines. So one thing I would like to say, if we already have a PCR and an antigen confirmed COVID, which is a mild disease for which we are in home isolation, there is absolutely no role of getting a CT scan. I also did not get my CT scan done despite many people suggesting me for the same. So the simple reason is because I already have a confirmed diagnosis of COVID. I know it is a mild disease. I am monitoring my symptoms and my saturation with a pulse oximeter at home. So my saturation remains above 94. I am not having any breathlessness. So I have no indication of getting a CT scan. So to diagnose COVID, the only recommendation of a CT scan would be if your RT-PCR or antigen test is not available. One, it is getting delayed by many days, which can affect the treatment outcome. Two, or third, sometimes in some cases when it is negative. But again, if your RT-PCR or antigen is negative, I would advise you to get a repeat test rather than go for a CT scan.
Okay.
Is for severity. Very commonly, I get reports of the CT scan showing the CT severity. Now, CT severity just indicates the amount of lung involved by COVID.
Mm-hmm.
So what is more important probably is your subjective breathlessness and saturation. Because it has been seen that even if you have a lot of parts of the lung involved in your CT, these lesions resolve with time. It is our body's defense mechanism and immunity which helps us to recover from the COVID-19 and thus the pneumonia. So it has been seen in studies, if we do a repeat CT scan, all these lesions tend to recover. So as such, we should not go for a CT scan simply to see how much percentage of lung is involved because most of these changes are reversible. So I would advise you should go for a CT scan only when your doctor advises you and not when your friends or family members or your personal interest is there just to know how much of a lung is involved because that is variable and also reversible. In ICUs, in patients who are very sick, yes, they are admitted in hospitals. The doctors may advise CT scan, but that is as per the doctor's clinical follow-up of you and requirement according to see worsening severity or super added infections or basically to see the extent of lung involvement, but that is only at the doctor's discretion. Regarding recovery, so once we are recovered from COVID, most of our lesions, as I told, are reversible and they will resolve. But some of our patients, yes, they do require persistent oxygen. That is, despite becoming COVID RT-PCR negative, their saturation remains low. They require persistent oxygen or maybe rehabilitation and rest, and gradually their saturation picks up. In such situations also, we do a CT scan generally after 6 weeks to see for residual lung changes, which is now in the form of fibrosis. Fibrosis means that area undergoes, I would say, narrowing or shrinking due to the body's inflammatory response, which eventually contained the infection, but yes, did lead to some physical damage of the lung. Again, it has been seen in studies that most of these fibrotic changes may also be reversible. So again, you may do a repeat CT scan after few weeks of this, on the advice of a doctor, under follow-up of a doctor, and for no other reason.
Okay. So what are the changes exactly that we find in your CT chest for a COVID infection, and how do we categorize them as mild, moderate and severe?
So as I told last time also, to classify a patient as mild, moderate, severe, CT is not the criteria. It is the saturation. Once our saturation falls below 95 and it is 90 to 94, we are classified as a moderate COVID-19, and once less than 90, a severe COVID-19. Now, it is possible that for first few days, our saturation remains above 96, 97, so we are mild COVID. And once we feel dyspneic, that is breathless, and our saturation starts dropping to maybe 90 to 93, we are now labeled as a moderate COVID. A CT scan does not help you to differentiate or classify a patient as a mild, moderate, or a severe COVID. CT severity scores are there. There are variable scores. Most commonly used score is which tells you involvement of the lung on the basis of the lobes. So I would not go into the details because practically that is not much relevant for the general public as such. It is just a method of how we can score how much part of the lung is involved. And a total score of 25 is there. Again, I told you before, there are patients I have seen of score maybe 15, 16 who have complete recovery. I have seen patients who have score of 5, 6 and still they have dyspnea, which may be because of other reasons, that is cardiac involvement or anemia or maybe thromboembolic event. That is some other causes besides the lungs. So CT severity, I would say, only indicates the extent of lung involvement, and it should always be interpreted with your clinical condition. If we are clinically stable, maintaining saturation and not having dyspnea, I would say there is not much importance of the CT severity score.
I hope everyone has gained some knowledge of COVID from this video, and I would request everyone to post their questions in the comment box and we will try to answer them as soon as we can. The main thing that we can stop this chain of infection is to stay at home and stay healthy, eat healthy, sleep healthy, take care of yourselves and your family, and do not spread the disease. If you have symptoms, if you are COVID positive, do isolate yourself and do not come in contact with anybody for 17 days. Thank you everyone. Stay home, stay safe.